It's LeGarrette Blunt here, man, 3-time Super Bowl champion. I just want to give you a shout out to the YouTube channel, Micro Mike, man.
Eddie Murray, former Detroit Lion. Make sure you watch Micro Mike on YouTube.
Calvin Johnson Jr. here, aka Megatron. Big shout out to Micro Mike and the YouTube channel, man.
Keep on talking everything Detroit Lions, and I just got to remind you, man, happy wife, happy life.
What's going on, YouTube? This is your boy, Mr. Micro Mike, and today we're going to talk about Detroit Lions versus Indianapolis Colts. And this video, we're going to do analysis, breakdown, and prediction. How I do it is I do player v player, position by player, coach v coach, go through who has the edge, and then give a final prediction. Let's just go ahead and begin right now. We're going to start with the quarterback position, and we're going to go with Matthew Stafford of the Detroit Lions. Matthew Stafford is 127 for 168, 1,580 yards, a 62.3 completion percentage, 10 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. Now, Matthew Stafford started out the season rough. However, in the last 2 games, he has been extremely sharp. Really doing well with hitting the windows, hitting his receivers, been on target. Phillip Rivers is 138 for 198, 1,598, 69.7 completion percentage, 7 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. The yards are there, but the touchdowns are not. It feels like that he's almost like a game manager at this point. Still helping out the Colts as they got a really good defense and a good complementary piece for them at the quarterback position. When it comes to Stafford versus Rivers, I'm going to give the edge to Matthew Stafford, a 0.5 advantage. I feel he's playing really into his zone right now and moving the ball extremely hard. Who will have a better game? Is it going to be Phillip Rivers or Matthew Stafford? Comment and leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know. Hashtag Rivers or hashtag Stafford. Let's go to the running back position of the Detroit Lions. We're going to start with Adrian Peterson. He is 80 for 304 yards, 3.9 average with 2 touchdowns. Adrian Peterson started the year very well, but in the last 2 games, he's actually slowed down a little bit. And with the emergence of DeAndre Swift, at this point, it's become a combination of the running game. And that's why I added Swift to this. And he is 38 for 185, 5.3 average, and 4 touchdowns. DeAndre Swift, when the ball is in his hands, has been electric, making a very good job by finding the holes and making big-time plays. When it comes to the Indianapolis Colts, they got a running back, Jonathan Taylor, who is 89 for 367, 4.1 average with 3 touchdowns. When it comes to the running game for both teams, it's fairly similar, except for the Lions are more of a running back by committee at this point, and they stick to it. Will it change against the Colts? I'm not 100% sure. Jonathan Taylor is a really fine running back, doing a good job, a complementary piece to their wide receiver core. When it comes to advantage v disadvantage, I'm actually going to say this one is even. I think both the running games here are very similar, except for the Lions do by committee, and I think that Jonathan Taylor will get his, and we've seen it through the Lions defense that they can let some runs go on. Turn on the notification bell. Why should you turn on the notification bell? Because the Detroit Lions versus Indianapolis Colts live watch party will be on my channel. I do play-by-play. You have the sound audio of the game, break down what just took place, and take a deep dive in for each position. And I'm very unbiased regarding what takes place on the field. So if you're a Colts fan, don't hesitate to jump in, show the pride, and let's have some fun. Let's go to the wide receiver position. We're going to start with the Detroit Lions wide receiver and Kenny Galladay. He's 20 for 28, 338 yards, 16.9 average with 2 touchdowns. He was injured the beginning of the season, but he has really emerged in the last 2 weeks by being extremely explosive, catching everything that comes his way. They call him Baby Megatron. The guy is really making a difference on the field. The Colts have a very good wide receiver in T.Y. Hilton. He's 20 for 37, 242 yards, 12.1 average with 0 touchdowns. Look, even though the stats aren't there, he's a very speedy wide receiver and he can get behind the defense. this is going to be a good matchup to watch when it comes to T.Y. Hilton versus the young cornerbacks of Jeff Okudah and Imani Awarie. When it comes to advantage v. disadvantage, I am going to give the advantage here to Kenny Galladay for 0.5. I feel like Matthew Stafford is really going to target him. In the last 2 weeks, he's getting over 100 yards each game. He's getting targeted massively, and he has been an extreme game changer for the Detroit Lions. Let's go to the tight end position. We'll start with T.J. Hockenson. He is 22 for 31, 256 yards, 11.6 average with a total of 4 touchdowns. T.J. Hockenson is a difference maker. He is the guy that scored the touchdown to win the game versus the Atlanta Falcons. Stafford looks for him for the big-time clutch plays on third downs. He attacks the field. He can go on the outside, and he's a very good run blocker. He has been explosive so far this year. Anytime that the ball goes to him, a big play occurs. Now, when it comes to the Colts, they got Mo Alley-Cox for their tight end. He's 5 for 11, 194, 17.6 average with 2 touchdowns. When it comes to him, he is a great player as well. And the Detroit Lions are extremely poor regarding the middle of the field. This has been an issue for the team the whole season long. And this is actually, to me, the X factor for the Indianapolis Colts offense is attacking the middle of the field. And I think you're going to see this with their tight end here. I think you're going to see Phillip Rivers attack the middle with Cox, and it's going to be good for that offense to get those first downs when it's third down. So I think the advantage here, I'm actually going to go ahead and say this is a 0.5 advantage for the Colts. Not saying TJ's bad at all. That's not the case. I'm saying that the middle of the field of the Detroit Lions is extremely poor, and until they prove it, I think that each team is going to attack the middle, and you're going to see this from this tight end and Phillip Rivers. So this is the X factor for the offense of the Indianapolis Colts. Who is going to win the game? Do you think that the Detroit Lions are going to win the game? Do you think the Indianapolis Colts are going to win the game? This is good. Two good teams going at it on a good game. Let me know and smash that like button. Let me know who is going to win. Now let's transition to the defense, and this is where I think the Colts are definitely going to shine here, but we're going to start with the Detroit Lions. And for the front seven, you got Jelani Tavai, linebacker, 11 solo tackles, 7 assisted, 18 total. He's been somewhat of a disappointment so far this year. The middle of the field for the linebacking core has been exploited, and I think he'll get exploited again. Jared Davis, who has seen time of reduction, now becoming more of a pass rusher, has 7 solo, 8 assisted with a total of 15. Again, he's now becoming more of a pass rushing linebacker in a sense that he's getting Reggie Ragland, who's taken majority of the field of the linebacking core in the middle. So watch for that as well. You got Danny Shelton, the defensive tackle for the Detroit Lions. He has 6 solo, 9 assisted, 17 total. He's actually stepped up a lot so far this year and really stopping the run the best that they can do. Danny Shelton is really helped out in the last couple of weeks. Teams before this was really running wild on the Detroit Lions. They've kind of shored it up a little bit, and Danny Shelton's the reason why. The best player for the linebacker for the Detroit Lions is Jamie Collins. He's 19 solo, 17 assisted, 36 total, 1 sack and 1 interception. Jamie Collins is the best player for the linebackers of the Detroit Lions. He's an above-average linebacker, and he seems to make some big-time plays at some point. But again, you need more than just one good linebacker to really make a difference in each game. They have Christian Jones as well, linebacker, 12 solo, 10 assisted, 22 total. He is a below-average linebacker. He's probably number 2, though, when it comes to linebacker so far. The Detroit Lions, number 2 and 3, next to Reggie Ragland and Jared Davis, who is kind of reduction in playing time. He's not that great, folks. Let's just admit it, but he's doing better than some others. Trey Flowers, the defensive end for the Detroit Lions. He's 10 solo, 9 assisted, total of 19 with 2 sacks. He's stepped up a little bit in the last couple weeks. They are getting pressure on the quarterback. It was non-existent before the last 2 weeks, but he's finally stepped up, and you're seeing a little bit more. You want to see more from the Detroit Lions front seven. It is the weak spot of the team. Let's go to the Indianapolis Colts now. This is the difference This front seven is very good. And of course, they got DeForest Buckner, 17 tackles, 11 assisted, 28 total, 2.5 sacks. He's a game changer. This guy is a legit defensive tackle. He can stop the run. He can get after the passer. He's a difference maker. And it's going to really help this team out this year. And this is the Indianapolis Colts right now is known as a defensive team because their defense is extremely good, and it's going to be a problem for Stafford. It's going to be a problem with the running game. They also got Grover Stewart, the defensive tackle, who's 17 solo, 6 assisted, and 23. A good complement piece to Buckner. Again, they're doing a very good job upon this front seven, and it does start with the defensive line. They also got Danico Autry, who is 10 solo, 6 assisted, 16 total with 2 sacks. Again, what can I say about this? Right now, it's a complete and utter mismatch for the front seven. They got Anthony Walker, 32 solo for their linebacker, 7 assisted, 39 total, 0 sacks and 1 interception. Bobby Okereke, 25 solo, 8 assisted, 33 total, 0 sack, 1 interception. And linebacker Darius Leonard, 17 solo, 10 assisted, 27 total, 0 sack, 0 interception. When it comes to the front seven of the Colts versus the Lions, this is no doubt about it. Their front seven is better, and I'm giving a 2-point advantage for the Indianapolis Colts front seven. Subscribe to my channel. Why do you want to subscribe to my channel? Because I'm doing the Detroit Lions versus the Indianapolis Colts watch party live. Do play-by-play. You hear the game audio. It's absolutely fun. You got to subscribe to my channel to get and see that. Even if you're Colts fans, hit that red subscribe button. Let's go to the secondaries, and we're going to start with the Detroit Lions here. Safety Tracy Walker, 30 solo, 10 assisted, 40 total with 4 pass defenses. Duron Harmon, safety, 18 solo, 5 assisted, 23 total, 2 interceptions, and 4 pass defense. And the secondary, when it comes to the safety position, has been middle at best. They're not explosive. They're not getting the amount of turnovers you want to see, but they're not as horrible as some other teams, so they're middle of the road there. Let's go to the cornerback positions, who are starting to get better, and we're going to start with Jeff Okudah, 27 solo, 3 assisted, 30 total, 1 interception, and 2 pass defense. He is the rookie for the Detroit Lions we picked with the 3rd overall pick. He started off very rocky through the season, but he's getting better game after game. You can tell. Last week, he got burnt a couple times. This past game, it was just one time, and he's starting to be a very good player, and he's starting to really grow into his own. He's still going to have rookie mistakes, and obviously that's going to take place, but given the circumstances where he's been going against really very good wide receivers, and he's getting better week after week, that's a great sign. Amani Oruwariye, who is 16 solo, 1 assisted, total of 17 with 5 pass defenses. Amani Oruwariye right now is a very good young cornerback. He's a sophomore for the Detroit Lions. He is doing a good job, and it's a good combination with him and Okudah, who are developing into a very young combination here. And we got Daryl Roberts, 19 solo, 1 assisted, total of 21 interception and 3 pass defense. He's a backup, but he's been placed in this backup role due to the injuries of Coleman and Trufant, and he's done a good job. Again, we don't know the status of Coleman and Trufant coming into this game, so I'm not adding them to the list. Obviously, when the injury list comes out, the perception of the secondary can change. With that said, I'm just giving you what we have right now. Let's go to the secondary of the Indianapolis Colts. They got safety Kari Willis, who's 23 solo, 7 assisted, 30 total, 1 sack, 1 interception, and 2 pass defense. Very good safety for their team. This whole defense from top to bottom is very good, and you're going to see this via grade at the end here. And they got safety Julian Blackman, 9 solo, 1 assisted, total of 10, 2 interceptions, and a massive 6 pass defense, folks. That is very good. A very good combination of safeties here. The Lions offense and Stafford needs to be precise here because they will get turnovers, as you can see. They got cornerback Kenny Moore, 22 solo, 4 assisted, 26 total, 1 sack, and a massive 5 pass defense. Another good cornerback for their team. The whole defense is good in my opinion. Then you got cornerback Rock Ya-Sin, 16 solo, 8 assisted, 19 total with 4 pass defense. A solid cornerback for their team. I don't know what else to say, and you're going to know this, Lions fans. They got cornerback Xavier Rhodes, 10 solo, 2 assisted, 12 total, 8 pass defense. The secondary is very good for the Indianapolis Colts, and I'm going to give another, I'd say, a 1.5 advantage for the secondary here. As you can see, the Indianapolis Colts secondary and defensive front seven is very good for the Detroit Lions. Who do you think has the better defense overall? You already know my opinion. Make sure you let me know and go ahead and place a comment in the comment section. Who has the better defense? Again, hashtag Colts, hashtag Lions. Let's go to the special teams for both teams. We're going to start with the Detroit Lions. Punt returner Jamal Agnew, 9 attempted, 232 yards, 25.8 average. Not a whole lot going here. He is not doing anything spectacular. He's not turning the ball over, so I guess that's a positive. We got kicker Matt Prater, who's 12 for 16, 75 field goal percentage, 51 long. He's had an up and down year so far. This is probably one of the worst years he's had bearing a Detroit Lions uniform, but he's okay, middle of the road kickers right now. Then you got punter Jack Fox, who's the MVP of the team. He's 22 for 1,175, 67 long, 53.4 average. He's the best punter in the NFL, bar none. Colts, I've been saying this to every other fan base when I do these breakdowns. He is going to put your offense in long field position. You're going to have to go the distance because this guy is just knocking out of the park. He is the best punter in the NFL. Let's go to the Colts special teams. They got Isaiah Rodgers, who's 8 for 293, 36.6 average. Very good. Doing good with returns, doing better than Jamal Agnew, and he's given them decent field position here, not just taking it back to the 25, but he can actually get some yards here. And they got kicker Rodrigo Blankenship, who's 16 for 18, 88.9 average, 44 long. Doing a very good job. He's almost knocking everyone in, and that's all you can ask for out of a kicker. He's keeping them in the game, and that's a good thing for a team that is a defensive front team. And if you can't get red zones, you better get those field goals. And their punter is Rodrigo Sanchez, who's 15 for 705, a long of 60, 47 average. Not the greatest punter here at all. And that is their weak point, but again, it's punting. It's not like it's the biggest deal in the world. So when it comes to special teams, I'm actually going to say that this is even here. The idea that there is strengths from each team, it kind of meshes to make that even. Let's go to the coaching staff. We'll start with the Lions. We all know Matt Patricia here. He started out rough, but he's on a 2-game winning streak. Had a better game, probably the best game he's called this year, this Sunday here, with some good game management that was taking place regarding, doing the red flags and game planning for the team. And they got Colts coaching is Frank Reich, who's a very good coach. He's 4-2 for their team. Again, they made this team into a defensive team. And guess what? How do you win in the NFL, folks? You play good defense. We talk about all the time. When it comes to prediction here, this is going to be a close game, in my opinion. I think that it's going to be 27-23. Detroit Lions are going to win this game. Yes, I was going to do it the Colts, but I'm going to say the Detroit Lions are going to win this game. They're really starting to pick up. The defense is getting better. Stafford's heating up. It's going to be a very close game, though. I would not be shocked if the Colts win. Let's be honest here, but it's going to be at Detroit, and so you have a little bit of advantage with home field, even though there's not a crowd, but less travel, this, that, and the other, and they're starting to get confident. So I say the Detroit Lions win at 27-3. Place your prediction score into the comment section. I want to know, who do you think is going to win, Colts fans? Who do you think is going to win, Lions fans? Let me know, and let's have some fun. Turn this into a forum. In the upcoming videos and what is taking place on my channel, you got on Thursday the One Pride podcast, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. We do the mailbag segment, so Colts fans or any other fans, come on in, ask us questions. The panel will give you answers. Try to be unbiased, humanly possible, and it's just a fun time. We got the Detroit Lions vs. Colts live watch party on my channel, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Absolutely fun. Make sure you are there, and let's have a great time, a great game, and no injuries. With that said, folks, adios.